EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing here, Rush. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Rush. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. To throw is Rush. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Back to throw Rush. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Call it a pickup of 3 and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Rush to throw. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. That goes for a gain of 31. We're scoreless after 1. Rush. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Fighting to stay upright. Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. On those slants, everything happened. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion. "4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Throwing on second and long. Rush. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Pressure comes and down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. Category, but in the yards category, we'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Now a first down throw. Stafford over the middle. That's hauled in by Cup. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford, he gets this into the hands of Cup once again. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Stafford. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Gay's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Stafford now to throw. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Rush. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Elliott running right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. The 30. 10. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead.
Passing game isn't working. Usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd and 7, rush. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun. Rush. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw again. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rush. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football. I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. From just shy of midfield, Stafford. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Osa Odigizua with the effort there to earn the sack.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
Now Stafford. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. He's back to throw. Able to find Gallup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Nice. Well coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
First down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Aaron Donald in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated.
Kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime.
And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. And he will be taken down here, and that's certainly not how you draw it up. A clever idea, I guess, to try to return the missed field goal, but it's going to wind up costing him yardage.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.